In this lesson, we're going to create a custom HTML element in our app by creating an Angular directive. This is the listing of expenses. Everything that's inside the LI element is an individual expense. Imagine I could put this in a separate HTML file and refer to it here simply as expense by creating a magic non-existing HTML tag. Well, that's exactly what we're doing. That's possible thanks to Angular. Now, one word of advice. It's bad practice to create custom directives with just nouns like what I just did, or verbs. What you need to do is add a prefix, because imagine that next year the new HTML6 specification comes out and the expense keyword is reserved for some new type of element. You don't want to run into those clashes, so you can minimize the risk by just adding your own prefix. In my case, I usually use ZENVA from ZENVA as a prefix, but you can add whichever prefix you want. The actual code for what's going to be in here, I've placed it in the views folder, expense.html. It's the exact same code, absolutely no changes. Now, what we need to do is define that directive in our JavaScript code. So I'm going to type app.directive. The name is going to be ZVA and then expense. So this is translated to camel case. As you can see, there's no dash in here, and this is in uppercase. Function. And this function is going to return an object with the information about our directive. Directives cannot just be HTML tags. They can also be attributes, certain CSS classes that have a meaning in Angular, and also stuff you write in comments. But for now, we're just going to use, there's no point in using anything but the element in this example. So we type E. Template. We could type our own HTML code here, for example, showing the expense description. And if we so wanted, let's not forget the double curly brackets. Say you want to show the expense amount. Close that div. Let's test this to see if it's doing anything at the moment. See how we can see the description and the price. But we don't want this. We don't want to have to type our HTML in our JavaScript code. That's just pretty ugly. So we want to have a template URL that allows us to load a file. The file is located in views and it's called expense.html. It's the exact same code that we had before. So see, it's easy. You create your own HTML tags using your application, and then you can have that working right out of the box. So we can still delete them, modify them if we so wanted. It works exactly the same, but using a custom directive.